Yo, what's good, Tristans and Tristan? Today, we've got LiSA singing Gurenge. Gurenge. I don't know how to say it, and it's okay? I'm not going to do research. That's the point of the reaction. That's what makes it fun. Yeah, you just sit there, rake in the views, don't know what the f*** you're talking about. It's great. Queen Cat, someone's got to put cat food on the table, okay? But before we jump into the video, today's video is sponsored by Skillshare. You don't want to watch the sponsorship? You can skip it, you guys. But don't, please. I need this. Seriously. I'm about to get deported, you guys, if I don't make enough money. Sponsors don't like me. I'm not good. I'm bad at this. I'm bad. Disappoints me every day of my life. And that's why I like Creativity Unleashed on Skillshare. This course is all about helping hone your creativity, making you more creative, getting you more focused. This class was actually genuinely helpful for me. If you don't know what Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of different courses and all different topics ranging from some of my favorites like creativity, to audio production, just about anything you can imagine. There is probably a Skillshare course about it. Y'all, Skillshare is less than $10 a month with an annual subscription. So to be completely real with you, there's almost no reason not to try it out, especially since Skillshare is offering us, and thank you very much, by the way, Skillshare, for this, a free trial to the first 1,000 people who sign up. There's gonna be a link down in that description. So if this sounds like something you're interested in, go ahead and check out that link. Trust me, you got nothing to worry about. You don't like it? Cancel that subscription. Get the freak out of there. But you're gonna like it. Check out that link down in the description below. Thank you again, Skillshare, for sponsoring this video, making it possible. All my videos are copyright claimed. Let's go! I'm excited to watch this. This has 100 million views. And I guess this is, again, an anime song. The theme song to a popular anime series, Kimetsu no Yaiba. Oh my god, dude. I'm embarrassing myself. Let's go. Whoa. She loves those bubble warm-ups, doesn't she? All right, stretching the mouth out. I feel it. I don't know that any of these things that she's doing at the beginning here are particularly helpful. Not that there's anything wrong with them. Everyone has their little routine. Everyone does a little something before they get going. You know what I'm saying? But what she's doing here, I don't think these are necessarily like proper warm-ups, in case anyone's wondering. And then all this. Anyway, she's an amazing singer. I'm just saying, anyone who's watching this, those aren't like proper warm-ups. She probably did those off screen if she does them at all. Some singers don't do them at all. But anyway. Yo, she ready. She's singing this a little bit different than she sang the last song that I reacted to. But anyway, we're going to talk about it as we go on. Ooh. Her falsetto's so good, dude. What the? Oh! What the? You gotta be joking me, dude. Just when I think I figured out like what she does with her voice, she goes and she flips everything on its head. I don't know if you guys watched my last reaction to her. If you haven't, go ahead and check it out. I'm going to have a little thing. Stop. Be quiet while I'm filming. In my last video, maybe it was just the song that she was singing, but I talked a lot about how she keeps her mouth particularly closed because she's going for that lighter, brighter sound in her voice. And here, that really isn't the case, is it? And part of that are the vowels that she's singing. Generally, when you're singing a long, sustained note, you don't want to have your mouth closed, right? And I think that's why she's opting for this more open mouth sound. Generally speaking, if you're going to sing a long, sustained phrase or long, sustained note, you don't want the sound to be so restrained and closed sounding as she was in the previous song. There are definitely many, many examples of singers who do that. I'm just giving you guys a general idea of why I think she's making these specific choices with her vowels. She is changing her vowel here to, I believe it was an eh. Right? She opens up the sound and she has more of an open sound there as opposed to You could also do it that way, I suppose, but you lose a lot of the forward momentum. Right? You could go that way, but she chooses more open sound. Right? And I don't know if those vowels were given to her or if she just made those artistic choices on her own, but it's so clever because that builds up into this really full sounding chorus where she's just doing all these big, full, open vowels just like that. Upper mid part of her voice, she is singing more eh and more o. And then you'll hear if she goes up higher from here, it's going to go towards an ah. Right? Vowels has to be super precise because if you do the wrong vowel, and I'm going to hurt myself doing this, but I'll show you what I mean. So let's assume that she's singing the word pray. If I change the vowel to like a pray, right? That's a pr. And that's what a lot of beginning singers do is they're not specific and particular about the vowels that they're using enough. And they wind up singing pray. They wind up singing pray. And what vowel is that? Pray. Her vowels are very clear and they're very precise. I said A and O, didn't I? Something also to note here, she does two different forms of distortion. And by the way, I'm not very good at distortion. It's something that I'm still learning, so I'm not going to demonstrate it for you guys. But I do want to point it out. This is a growl. Because it has that it sounds like a motorcycle, right? It sounds like a vroom sound. Beyonce loves those, for example. You'll hear Beyonce do those all the time. Never known. Oh, yeah. But before that, she's doing more of a false vocal fold distortion, which just sounds like grit, right? Right there. Ooh, I actually did that one pretty decently, right? But anyway, that's more of a distortion, and the growl is more of that motorcycle sound. So that shows actually, again, a tremendous amount of control over her voice. A lot of people hear distortion and they just think, oh, it's strain, which isn't necessarily true. You can do it healthfully, and I do think that she is doing it healthfully. Otherwise, she wouldn't be able to go between two different forms of it so easily. Her mouth. She's singing more controlled, restrained, chilled vowels with some air in them. So guess what she does with her mouth? She keeps it more closed and restrained because that's the quality of the sound that she wants. And then as she wants those big, more powerful, open, clear sounds, she opens her mouth. Not all singers do this, by the way, but it is a good general thing to observe and to be aware of because most singers, I think, do. So right here, with her mouth is closed, this is about as loud as you can get. I don't need you. I don't need you. You really cannot project much louder than that. I don't need you. without it getting strained or not sounding great. So she is playing at the limit, more or less, and I would guess that's probably like a 6 or 7 in volume out of 10, maybe even lower, maybe like a 5 or a 6. Regardless, she's at a medium volume, and as she goes into the chorus, I'm assuming that she's going to go back into the projected belts, and that's going to go towards like a 7, 8, maybe even a 9 in volume. That is really loud, by the way. That particular vowel, all microphones have something called compression on them, which evens out the volume. So it sounds like it's all the same volume, but it doesn't matter if it's a live performance. It doesn't matter if it's a studio performance. All microphones for singers have volume normalization that make the volume all the same, so you can't hear the volume. And that confuses a lot of beginning singers. What vowel is that? I'm so curious what she's gonna do here. Soft? Ooh. Most of the time, you don't really want to sing where she's singing with her voice. She is very deliberately singing at the boundaries of what the voice is supposed to be doing to add a sense of tension and something, right? This little to it, right? Generally speaking, if you're singing with breath and with air, you don't want to add too much tension. You don't want to add too much, I hesitate to use the word force, but that's the word I'm going to use. But she's doing it to add a certain emotional flavor to it. Generally speaking, you don't want to do this though when you're singing most music and most styles, but she's going for that dramatic effect. And so she, instead of da 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 da, right, the way you'd expect something to be airy, chilled, relaxed, da 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 da, da and she's adding this like where it's almost at the boundary of being too loud, but it's not quite. I would not want most beginning singers to sing this way. It is what it is though. She does it very well. And she does that very, very well. As she gets louder, she takes the air off, because singing loud with air is bad. She is so consistent with that distortion as well. And again, to the point that it's not strain. She's doing that very intentionally on those very specific notes and for very specific reasons. That used to be O, right? What vowel is it now? Na, da, 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 da. Right? Remember I said everything starts, these open vowels migrate towards an A. Ooh. That's so cute. She's so quirky, dude. I love it. That was so good. Oh my god, dude, that was awesome. But yeah, I think I've talked enough, you guys. I think that's about all I've got to say. She's an absolutely tremendous singer. If you guys have any recommendations for anything else you want me to check out, absolutely anything, you can think out of the box. Keep in mind, I'm an American, so out of the box is literally anything outside of the US. But whatever recommendations you want, I would love to check it out. I'd love to explore new things. I'd love to talk about more subjects. Feel free to drop them down below. Again, link to Skillshare down in the description. Free trial, you guys. Help support the channel. Anyway, until next time, Tristan and Tris family. Yeah, check me out on my socials. Peace.